Alright, so it's BT on X podcast. Back with another little video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Um, so I was thinking about state of female boxing, right? And we know Clarissa Shields is the GOAT, greatest of all time, uh, greatest female boxer to ever live. Um, I do think, you know, Amanda Serrano is second behind her, but it's not even close. Even though, Amanda does have a lot of titles in a lot of different weight classes, but she was never undisputed in three different weight classes. Carissa Shields has two gold medals, um, and the list goes on as far as the accolades. But is Jake Paul good for women's boxing? I don't think Jake Paul is necessarily good for boxing on the men's side at all, but can't argue what he's doing for women's boxing. And thing is, Carissa Shields is the biggest star out there as far as women's boxing. I do believe, again, Amanda Serrano is second in star power, in my opinion, because of her track record and what she has done in her own right for women's boxing. Right. But I do think that Jake Paul has done a lot for women's boxing. I think Carissa does numbers about herself, which is pretty amazing and great. But I think if she was to ever do any type of business with Jake Paul, that it would be big for her. It would probably put her on to a wider scale base because all the women fighters that Jake Paul have on his side, and I think it would be easier to make matches for her and her to possibly get more fights. Not saying that she has a problem with getting fights, but that's just my view of seeing it because what Jake Paul has done and him having the Caroline Dubois and the Amanda Serrano, the Alicia Domgon, the Terry Brown, and all those women that's on that side of the fence. Wouldn't it be easier for her to make fights? That's just a thought. And to get more exposure, possibly get more money than she would what she's already making, which I'm sure is not a problem. Like I said, she's a powerhouse by herself. But just being able to have, you know, that relationship and making fights with, you know, some of Jake Paul's female fighters would, garnish more money. I would assume they would.